This is a Ben Frank Connection presentation.
We are here, 5 questions with ABJ. I put a goal out in 2024, and as you can see on camera, I have achieved that goal. Thank you, huge thank you to Labor of Love, as Euphoria, as well as Attic Brewing for allowing this to happen and let me film here. I am here today with
the mayor of parts unknown, the great and devious Ultramantis Black. It is a pleasure to be here, my friend.
I truly appreciate this. Well, let's get straight into it.
Let's do this.
What is your current goal in life?
My current goal in life has nothing to do with wrestling success, fame, power, or riches. My only goal from this point forward until the end of my meager existence is to make some sort of positive impact in this world, whether that's on one person, whether that's on one animal, whether that's on the planet in general, whether that's just being a good influence. That is my one and only goal.
And what are you doing to achieve that goal?
I think I just try to live a good life with my motto being do as little harm as possible. I know it's completely impossible to do no harm, although ideally that would be the quest. But to do as little harm and to leave as small of a footprint as possible on this planet. And that's just what I do every day. I live my life in a way that I think, again, I try to be a positive impact on those around me.
What is currently holding you back or a distraction from your goal?
I mean, I think the distractions for anyone. Are we still going? Are we still running? Yeah, all right, great. Everyone has the same distractions in life, whether it's your job or school or partners or the rat race. Again, bills, taxes, depression, mental illness, whatever it is. Everyone has these little distractions. I don't know if there's one singular distraction or obstacle that's getting in my way, but I think we're all the same. We have these little things we deal with, and we find ways to cope. We find ways to work around them, and I think it's a constant struggle for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. Who or what motivates or inspires you?
Who or what motivates or inspires me? I've never been the kind of person who's had heroes of any sort, but inspirations, just anyone who actually is, again, doing something positive in this world. Obviously, I have inspirational people in professional wrestling that I've taken influence from, and I can name some names there. But beyond professional wrestling, I'm an avid consumer of world events and the news, and for better or for worse, some people say that's a bad thing. I see what's going on around me, and I watch Euro News or Al Jazeera or whatever it might be, and I see all this bad happening. But for all the bad happening, there's always these stories of these people around the world who are doing good and who are saving people and who are doing their part to make a better and positive contribution to society. And those are the kinds of people that inspire me. So while there's a number of different individual names I could say, it's just anyone who is doing something that is selfless.
I love that. What are you grateful for, and are you currently happy?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for having been given a life, or at least, I don't want to say given a life, but have worked to get to a point in life where I've been able to achieve a number of goals that I never thought I could have achieved. I was able to become a professional wrestler. I was able to go around the world as a professional wrestler. I was able to tour around the world with a band. Things that, to me, were big deals when I was young, and dreams that I didn't think were possible. I was able to achieve those dreams. Do I have other dreams going forward? Probably, but I'm just very happy with what I've accomplished, what I've been given, what others have bestowed upon me or to help me achieve in life. So that's I think where I stand with that.
Where can people find or support you?
So I'm very scarce on the internet, but I do have an Instagram. So if you're on the Instagram, I am available at ultramantis.black, I believe, is my handle there. So you can reach out to me and follow mostly what I'm up to on Instagram. And if you'd like to message me, you can do so as well. I kind of avoid most of the other social media. I think ultramantis.com ultramantisblack.com is a website that still exists.
It is.
So you can check that out as well.
I was trying to buy a mask on there.
Oh, yeah, well, still have some merch available, and I'm still kicking around. Obviously, I'm not a full-time journeyman of the world,
Yes.
but I'm still around, and I still like to dabble in the ins and outs of professional wrestling. Also, if you're in the greater or lesser Pennsylvania area, check out the LVAC
Yes.
professional wrestling shows, which I am the spiritual advisor for, let me just say. So I would encourage you to check those out.
Those
as well.
shows have been absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. Well,
and I
kind
think what makes them
words.
special is the venues. They're different venues. There's drive-ins. There's
Yes.
the steel stacks. There's breweries. That it's always changing up. Another cool thing, the vegan foods. I've never really had vegan food, and I experience them every time I go to an LVAC show, and they're a delight. I really enjoy them.
One of my proudest accomplishments in professional wrestling, whether you think this is some people will think, well, this is a weird thing to say, but to have, which I'm almost positive, is the first all-vegan snack bar at professional wrestling
Yeah.
shows. We accomplished that, and they've been continuing on. They've been successful, and we don't have an all-vegan audience. You yourself said you've never had vegan food, but
Yeah.
people show up, they buy the food, they enjoy it, and again, doing as little harm as possible to other living beings is an important part of what I consider, to continue to do these events, to do one little thing to have a little more positive contribution. I think it's been a great thing. But yes, you can find me at those kinds of shows. I'm out and about in the world.
Awesome. That'll do it for 5 Questions with ABJ. We'll catch you on the next time.
Ha ha!
Hey, thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.
One. We are back. Post-credit question here. Now, you are someone who is very, like you said, very reserved. Like you're behind the scenes more. You're very hard to find. Not many people know a lot about you. Now, in the world of wrestling, when you were younger and chasing those dreams, but also staying true to that style of character, how has the challenge has been, like in that earlier processes or going through your entire career of staying that private, but also still trying to hit your goals?
So for me, early on, before my career, but when I was solely a fan of professional wrestling, I was always just enamored by and fascinated by those wrestlers who came from parts unknown, and those wrestlers who wore masks, and those wrestlers who were mysterious and you knew very little about. So for me, there was never a question in my mind that when I finally was able to break into the business, I wanted to be a masked character from parts unknown, and I wanted to hold sacred what other professional wrestlers had done before me, and to hold kayfabe, as they say, and to lead a private life, and so that those at the wrestling shows would know one person, and always think that person is exactly how I live in my real day-to-day world. And as a matter of fact, it is. I do live in the Black Tea Garden, and I do have a compound, and I do live exactly the way I live, and I do wear the mask at all times. But yes, it's at times it's been a challenge, and at times, again, as you mentioned, there is a challenge there where sometimes the masked wrestlers, sometimes the mysterious wrestlers don't get as big of a push or of a notice as they do in some places. But to me, it's just been a part of my identity from day one, and I'm glad to continue to live this kind of life.
It makes it special. It
Yes.
really, really does. And I appreciate you living that character and doing what you do, because at the end of the day, when people look back at you and your character and you as a person, that is what makes you insanely special, as well as everything you said in the rest of the interview of being just genuinely a good person. I appreciate you for your time, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, my friend. The pleasure was all mine.
We'll see you next time. You made my